Gold and silver are going absolutely parabolic. When we think about gold, it is up in the last year 110%, which is equivalent to almost $3,000 per ounce of gold. If we're looking at the actual chart for it, this is just insane, especially if we're looking at like the last 3-month view where we see that, very steep increase in value just going back to roughly January 16th where it was trading at $4,600 per ounce to already almost $5,600. Now, silver is also in the same, situation, except a little bit different. It's up 307% in the last year, a difference of almost $90 per ounce. And again, if we're looking at that 3-month time period, just recently, if we're going back to, just the beginning of the month, 70 almost $3, we're already at $100 and almost $20 per ounce. Absolutely insane. Now, as we do think about this, what's really happening here? Well, I mainly look at what's happening in general. We have so many big players from the DTCC, Swift, major banks, all talking about one thing. What is that one thing? Tokenization. We are in the beginning stages of a complete monetary reset where I don't believe that we are going to be dependent on a traditional fiat currency being the reserve currency anymore. I also don't think that we are going to be dependent on traditional, systems. I think that the rails in which money moves, it's all changing. Everything is changing. And we've been talking about this for well over, in my opinion now, it's like almost 5 years. We've been talking about it since going all the way back to 2021 on the channel. A lot of people have been talking about this since going all the way back to like the mid 2010s, even going all the way back to like 2009, 2010. And the thing that we've spotlighted on the channel is the fact that central banks have been accumulating gold for well over now, it's nearly 20 years. And they haven't stopped buying gold. The reason why is because they are hedging against a monetary reset. Now, when we think about tokenization, gold and silver are both being tokenized. We know that just recently on January 26th, Token Relations put out a great post regarding tokenized commodities. Gold, silver, and soybean oil have reached $5 billion in total market cap. By chain, Ethereum, $4.29 billion, Polygon, $603.6 million, and then the XRP ledger, about $110.7 million. Now, if we're looking at silver tokens and also gold tokens, we do have a decent amount. We have 4 silver tokens right now on chain. Some of these pretty significant in market cap value. I know that some of these are saying like $400 million. For an example, XAG, which is more so a derivative-based silver token, has a market cap of roughly $471 billion. Now, that is fully self-reported. It's very hard to track a lot of this stuff, but if you really look on chain, you could potentially track some of these major movements. But the main thing that I am looking at is not so much gold and silver tokens, because again, I don't really care for the gold and silver tokens. There's definitely a lot of gold tokens beyond, silver. We know that Tether has Tether Gold. We also know that there's Pax Gold, there's Comtech Gold, which is tokenized on the XDC network. But I don't really care too much about the actual tokens. I care about the networks in which these tokens are being issued out on or tokenized on. Now, looking at the tokenized commodities platform over here on rwa.xyz, we could see that the market cap is up about 28%, $5.28 billion. Monthly transfer volume up 104%, $8.65 billion. We could also see the monthly active addresses and the holders as well. Now, a lot of this movement is because of gold and silver going absolutely parabolic, because again, as the value of those assets increases, so does the tokenized form. But looking at the 30-day growth here, I mean, it's pretty crazy to look at this, but we have billions of dollars worth of commodities already tokenized on chain and on multiple networks. On the XRP ledger, we more so have like diamonds and things like that. I'm not too sure if we do have full-on gold on the XRP ledger. I don't think that we do. I think that most of it is just diamonds. I would like to see gold listed on the XRP ledger. I think that would be very exciting to see. But just looking at some of these pegged currencies, You could track all of this in real time on some of these networks. Like I said, XDC does have Comtech Gold. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy to look at this, but this is like the main thing that I'm focused on with this major reset. We're already starting to see some of these key asset classes moving on chain. Commodities are definitely one of the markets out there that are also moving on chain at the same exact time that everything else also is. Now, before we do continue on in the video, I do want to let you guys know that you could buy gold and silver as well as crypto all on one platform. That's right, you could buy all of these on ITrustCapital, and the best part is you could do it through an IRA-based account. That's right, you could get tax advantages. You could do this 24/7, low cost, no monthly fee, and also they do offer an additional product, which is their institutional custody accounts. If you guys do want to go check this out, there's going to be a link down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. Yes, I am sponsored by ITrustCapital. However, I will say this, I have been utilizing them far before I did get that sponsorship. So this is a platform that I have utilized. I love the platform. It's very easy to use. Check it out if you guys do want to go check it out. You guys don't have to, but I would definitely advise you guys to, because of how simple the platform is, how great it is, and of course, for that long-term growth rate, you can get tax advantages as well. So go check it out. And with that being said, let's dive on in. So let's go over here real quick to Remora Markets, because we did see a big update regarding 5 new tokenized metals that just went live on Solana. Tokenization of gold and silver, as well as all metals, is not slowing down. In fact, it's actually accelerating. And I do think every single major move, like what we are seeing in some of these markets, I feel as if it demands more and more innovation. And that's where tokenization really comes in clutch. I do think people should be paying attention to what's happening with tokenization, because it's not going to slow down at all. This is something that you need to watch for the next couple of years, because we are going to constantly see a major shift in the markets of where, specific asset classes and markets are moving on chain faster than ever before. This is something to watch, and you have to watch the networks in which they are getting tokenized on. Right now, yes, Solana is also witnessing some significant adoption, which we love to see. Again, adoption in general for any network is very good for the entire space, but this is leading to a major reset. And I think that everyone should be paying close attention to this. I made a post back in, this is 2 years ago now, actually. I didn't think that it was that long ago, but I basically said, Ripple XRP gold-backed system, Europe 2024 timeline, global monetary reset. Because during that time, we were looking at CBDCs. We were looking at what was happening around the crypto space and things like that. Now, during that time, Bitcoin was trading at $30,000. XRP was trading at 47 cents. Today, it's a little bit different of a story. However, I still think that this is happening. I still believe that we are seeing a full-on gold-backed system, and I strongly believe that we are witnessing a global monetary reset. Now, what does it look like? Well, I always go back to that birth of the Bretton Woods III flyer that was posted on the Independent Evaluation Office of the International Monetary Fund. Now, this was written by 2 major players, Zoltan Pazar and Alistair MacLeod. I hope that I'm saying those names correctly. I might be butchering them. However, when we look at this, we go all the way back to 2022. This flyer essentially outlines about how 5 decades ago, the dollar took over the role for itself as the global reserve asset from gold. Since then, the global economy has been increasingly financialized with the advent of first regulated derivatives, then hedge funds and dot-coms, followed by an explosion in over-the-counter unregulated derivatives and securitizations ending in Lehman's failure. Now, when we think about all of this, it does feel as if this is all coming to an end. I mean, something has to break. Something has to change as well, because even today, the system is still heavily impacted by all of the major problems that were there back in 2008. Nothing has really changed. In fact, all we did was print ourselves out of the, collapse. And since then, things have gotten significantly worse, especially for those that are holding on to dollars and not assets. So when we think about this, we look at how is all of this going to change? Well, if we go over here, the coming reset of the international monetary system. So this is a post that's been, circling around for quite some time, especially when it comes back to XRP. And by the way, this is a, image that I shared in this video as well. to highlight what's really going on here. Now, in that video, I basically said that we might not just see XRP be the bridge currency here, because the way that this works is we have gold, then we also have the SDR under gold, which will basically be defined as equal to a specified weight in gold. For those that really want a high quality image of this, I do have it over here as well. I know that it might be hard to read that. Let me just open this one real quick. So here you can actually see it more, visible. So you have the SDR, which would be the tier 1, which would be defined as equal to a specified weight in gold. Then also tier 2. So this is where you have CBDCs, stablecoins, things like that, also defined in gold. This is a gold-backed digital system, essentially. Now, the difference here is that you could essentially tokenize gold, fractionalize it as well, so that these types of assets, the SDR or even CBDCs, whatever the case may be, you now have a much larger supply of gold. You could revalue gold as well, maybe $10,000 per ounce. Who knows? But you could revalue it, tokenize it, fractionalize it, and then we could back the system with gold. The main issue back on the gold-backed reserve system that we had prior to like the 70s, the main issue was the fact that we didn't have enough gold, which is also why gold was revalued. We start to see issues with that as well, because again, there just simply wasn't enough supply. So we had to, move away from the gold-backed system. Now, you also might argue, well, no, they also wanted to control the monetary system. And yes, they definitely did, but also there wasn't enough gold. Now, today, we have the technology to not only fractionalize it, but we could also revalue it, and we could also tie it back to a digital system with new rails. Now, within this, yes, they mentioned XRP, which would also be defined as a specified quantity of SDRs, just like the local currencies. And this would also act as a bridge currency between digital central bank currencies, which themselves lack interoperability, aka, stablecoins, CBDCs, etc. Now, the main way that I look at this, the main way that I am really kind of seeing how this is all going to play out, I made a post on X, okay? And I said, I think about this image almost every single day. Now, this goes back to June of 2025. One of the main reasons why I jumped into XRP in the first place was how everything aligned with Ripple and XRP becoming a crucial piece of the new monetary system. Today, we know how close we are to this new system. We now have global asset management companies with 10 trillion plus in assets under management tokenizing billions, just the beginning, and governments around the world embracing stablecoins. Digital assets and the technology behind them are now on center stage. They are too big to ignore now. The craziest part about what's happening is that Ripple has been preparing for this for over a decade, partnering with hundreds of banks trying to onboard them into the blockchain space from the beginning, all with XRP and the XRP ledger. I truly don't believe there's any other company and project in the space more suited for what's coming than Ripple and XRP. Obviously, there will be other DLT winners, and I mention them constantly, but one that I am so confident about is XRP. Some say Ripple and XRP are the new system. It's a possibility, especially considering all the connections Ripple has. Just think for a moment about some of the connections. The BIS, the ISDA, Accenture, Volante, Thunes, Finastra. These are just a few organizations and core infrastructure players. Accenture and Finastra alone have over 17,000 institutional clients connected. I didn't even bother to mention the 100 plus confirmed banking partnerships or the acquisitions that allowed for even more institutional exposure. As I have mentioned before, I strongly believe there is no other company more suited for what's coming, and we already know how important XRP and the XRPL is for this. Now, yes, there will be multiple winners here. I don't believe that XRP will be the only bridge currency. We could easily have, XLM also be that bridge currency. We could have HBAR being tapped in. I mean, there could be multiple currencies here to fit that role, but I do think that the most liquid, the most efficient one as well will win, or at least have most of that value tied back to it. And I think to myself every single day now with, gold and silver going absolutely parabolic, something has to be going on behind the scenes. Now, you could argue that, yes, it's banks that, have been shorting gold and silver and also suppressing the prices of both gold and silver for years. That could also be an issue. Or also the global demand. It doesn't really matter. The main thing that I'm looking at is also the main facts. We typically see them go parabolic when there is some sort of concern in the economy. I always go back to the idea of, COVID, right? We go back to 2020. Gold and silver both went absolutely parabolic during 2020, up until about roughly the summer of 2020. And then it started to go boring again for both gold and also even silver. But they both pumped crazy back in 2020, and that was because people were concerned about what was happening. They saw an economic crisis brewing. The same goes with today, but the difference here is that our crisis brewing now is not going to be one that we can print out of. I don't believe that we can print out of all of these, concerns or crises without causing a collapse. And I think that that's exactly what they want to do. I think that they want to collapse the system to usher in a new monetary system. But that's where we go back to the Bretton Woods III commodity currency revolution, where we essentially go back to a gold tiered system, but it looks completely different because this time around we have digital currencies, CBDC, stablecoins. We also have, digital rails, which are based on DLTs with assets like XRP moving that value. We have, for once in our lifetime, every single tool that we need to build this new system. And this is where I think we start to see that become a reality. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on for some more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord description below. And with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.